Dear Chorus, let's start my topic with introduce, which smoothly will go to the first part. How the elections, midterm elections in the United States of America uh, cannot acceptation for all observers and another simply people rather than. So Joe Biden, as you know, congratulated their own supporters of the Dems, and so the situation when Dems will be have higher house apart which opposite to the House of Representatives. So and we have a very significant situation, not only Arizona, Nevada, but Georgia. Jesus, and so here we have a very interesting situation how Joe Biden estimated the situation and if will be differences house by political orientation. Uh, the mm, situation will be 50-50, and if the executive power under the leadership of Biden Harris will be very close to the 2 year before the campaign 24 will be for the very profit for the Dems. And certainly Republicans have not lost their faces. Here the very important feature apart Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis will have the Greg Abbott. The main how the Greg Abbott win the governors in Texas. Before discuss the Texas, I'd like to tell how the Texas in the 2013 have a GDP the equal the GDP Russia. The 2013 the very important data due to the calculation is the equivalent of the by the method of the IMF system, IMF method. So and Greg Abbott had a third term, and he the very impressive politician, and he have one dangerous the third term. This is very maybe very difficult. And here the situation with the one of the beaches in central state, most and with the leader, with his leader, have to the very equal situation in the Republicans party. So certainly, as you see, Republicans have not the one sort, one kind party at the right to the left, and from the Mark Rubio to the maybe oh Jesus, and one of the 2 cents of the Kentucky's with the Mitch McConnell and Jesus, the one of the doctor, Paul, no, not. So this is the and others. Sorry, I if I remember, I must remember. very big politician of the US since last time from Kentucky state. So the second part of my topic will be the situation of the Kherson story. Kherson story is, was right, for example, CNN when signed the way when signed the way to the Kherson. Kherson town, the only one capital of the oblast in Ukraine, which the ZN forces took after the 24th of the February. And very sadly, this is a prestigiously town. ZN forces must be leave. Oh, Jesus. But before it, the enforces deportation about how 1 million people. So the demographic situation in the Russian Federation is very bad. The demographical depth of the Russian allows to the belief that the figures how the during the 9 months Russian Federation, the denies number of the population fell down for the 424 thousands people. So the and 200,000 people left Russia to the Kazakhstan. And I don't know how much people left to the Israel, Caucasus, Moldavia, Belarus, Poland, and Baltic countries. Also, only Finland, 17,000. And so this is a very big losses of the Russians. And so. And some media told about after the losses, after the left the right coast of the Dnieper River in the low flow with the Kherson. We have dangerous to the another side, Russian that the enforces without even Shoigu, the manager company in the Russian Federation, can to the allow to the another rocket hit by the north oblasts states in the Ukraine for the object of the infrastructure, civilian infrastructure. So I think the rocket hits applies not as the enforces. This is another structure which take a decision to the hits by the rockets and missiles for the infrastructure subjects. So not amazing. For example, how the vice chairman of the committee of the House of Commons, House of Representatives, Republicans, meanwhile, Michael Macron, suppose in the social media and in the session of the House of the Representative to the supplies into Ukraine the army missiles rocket system for tactical. This is a very strong proposals due to the rocket of the system. The prices will be 2.3 million everybody have a distance, distance defeat more than 300 kilometers. Some of the modification of the rockets have a distance for 310 miles. 310 miles. This is a distance. This is the range of the rocket. Sufficient for the shooting. Attention, please. Villages around Moscow. Moscow. Not town. Moscow. Villages, countries, and suburbs around Moscow. It's not amazing. It's not amazing. And I must tell right now, Ukraine forces had a shooting two oblasts in the Russian Federation, Bryanskaya and Belgorodskaya Oblast, and mostly people left without electricity. And additional for the picture, the Russian Federation have only 120 rockets with strong hits, type Ha-32, the newest rockets. But due to the problem, very sadly, without the semiconductors. Right now, that enforced have not possibility to the confiscated in the Ukraine civilian people the dish washing and washing machines, where in the March month that enforces confiscated semiconductors. This is the sanctions, and so not among the leader of the Russian power sector, Mr. Kostin, the worst were about the sanctions titles. I told already that the Russian people have two parts, under-sanctioned and non-sanctioned people. And the Russian industry have two parts, with semiconductors and non-semiconductors. And certainly this is very interesting how the Russian ground forces and Russian rocket forces, the rocket space aviation forces have no differences in leadership. And Jesus, and no Jesus. And the last topic of today, the cooperation, NATO cooperation after the shooting with the stories with the connection of the Crimea bridge, more improving. The visit of the General Secretary, NATO Secretary Jens Stoltenberg in Italy, and conversation with Georgina Meloni. It's a very, very important due to the 100 days of new government. Meloni, Salvini, Berlusconi, very attractive for the political science. Here, NATO may be involved in this story. The Greece, with as you know, the Greece have Soviet, not only NATO weapon, Soviet. Greece have Soviet weapon. And the last Bulgarian parliament endorsement to the supplies via Poland, some weapon Soviet production, and that is situation. Said Joe Biden, there's a strategic problem, not only that enforces that is a strategic problem. So thank you. Bye.